guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, I welcome you. I post a lot of makeup videos along with vlogs, Zumba, recipes, kind of a little bit of everything. So if you're into that, please don't forget to subscribe, and let's get into today's video. I'm going to be sharing my makeup routine for sweat-proof, waterproof kind of makeup, like beach day or pool day. Products that have worked for me, and I'm talking about like years. A lot of these products I have used for a really long time, and it has been proven to me time and time again. Every time I go to the pool, my makeup stays put. Every time, you know, I sweat, and you know, I still look put together. It's not streaking down my face, it's not coming off, it's not wiping off. And I know a lot of people ask, why are you wearing makeup to the pool or to the beach? Some people like it, okay? I like it. Or say, for example, if you have like a beach wedding and you know you're gonna be sweating, or you wanna get into the pool later. I don't know, there's a lot of occasions. I personally like to look put together regardless. Of course, it all starts with skin prep. This moisturizer I love. It works for me, it has worked for me, and I'm talking about, again, years and years. I used to put on my face any kind of moisturizer, but my face didn't really like that, and I've noticed that with this one, my face loves it. It's the Neutrogena Hydro Boost Water Gel. Of course, if we're talking about being outside, being at the pool, being at the beach, you want to protect your skin with sunscreen. For today's video, I'm going to be using this one from First Aid Beauty. It's the Ultra Repair Face Moisturizer with Sunscreen. It has a spectrum SPF of 30. This one, however, it does say to use a water-resistant sunscreen if you're going to go swimming. I used to have a water-resistant sunscreen from Shiseido like years back, and I liked that one, and I feel like it worked, but I don't have another sunscreen that I want to put on my face, so this is why we're using this one for now. But regardless, I think that with my makeup and with the other products I'm going to be layering on top of this sunscreen, I feel like it like protects it, so it makes it kind of water resistant. I don't know, it makes sense in my head. You want to make sure definitely to drag it down onto your neck. Of course, if I am going to be spending the day outside, I use my regular body sunscreen, and I also apply that all the way up to my neck also. So I just like to drag this one down, and then I still put on sunscreen all the way up here for the rest of my body. Moving on, I'm going to skip the primer because actually I did try primer one time. I tried this one, the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. This one's super awesome. I like it when I want my makeup to last a really long time, for like, I don't know, a really long day or a night out, but I don't recommend it for swimming. The reason why, because I just felt like the way this primer makes your makeup grip onto your skin and then mix it in with the water, it started to look like really weird and patchy. So I'm not going to recommend this one for the water, but for any other day, this is good for it. I feel like I have enough with the moisturizer and the sunscreen already. So I'm going to go ahead and move on to the base. I'm going to go in with concealer and my foundation. This right here, I cannot tell you guys enough that this is going to be like the ultimate products that make your makeup last. If you want makeup to be sweat-proof, if you want makeup to last while you're in the pool, if you want to look snatched on the beach, these, you can find them at the drugstore. I cannot say enough good things about these products because that's just how much I truly love it. I'm gonna go ahead first with my concealer. I used to do foundation and then concealer, but I don't know, over the years, I personally like concealer first, especially with these ones from e.l.f. I like to put it on underneath. The reason why I have both the original and the hydrating concealers from e.l.f. is because I feel the original is a little bit too dry, and this is me speaking with oily skin, it's a little bit too drying. So I take the hydrating one, and these two just mixed together. It's like perfect for my skin. My skin loves it. I do get them both in the shade Light Sand. However, I do want to point out that the original Light Sand is a lot lighter than the hydrating Light Sand. And I don't know why, but it's okay because again, in combination, it's fine. I like to take the original one and just put a little dot on the inner parts of my lower eyes. And then I'm going to take the hydrating one and do an even smaller dot on the outer parts. And if I have like maybe some redness or some breakouts that I want to cover up a little bit extra, right now I don't really have much. Maybe I have like one here, maybe two. I'm just going to put a light one with the hydrating one. And then with my finger, I like to blend it with my finger. I'm going to start on the inner part and start dabbing it. I'm not swiping it. I'm literally like dabbing onto my skin. So I'm going to start with the inner parts, and I'm gonna bring it up. Guys, this concealer, a little goes a long way. You really don't need a lot. A little dot, as you guys saw, I placed, is giving me a lot of coverage. I start off with one finger here and lightly because your eye area is a little bit more sensitive. So just lightly here, and then when I go out, I start using two fingers like this. Whatever extra I have, because you are going to have a lot on your fingers, I like to press it onto my nose like this and around my nose, because that's just like where I have redness, kind of like that. And sometimes I have a lot of redness on the outer parts of my lips too. So kind of just extra there, and then just go over my eyelid with it. So this is what I'm looking like with the concealer now on it. The reason why I like this concealer in specific is it does have really good coverage, but I don't only use it for that, but I do use it for brightening this area especially. I just like this area to be nice and bright. And I like to be messy with my concealer. As you can see, it's not at all blended. That's where I go in with my foundation for that. So next it's going to be my foundation. This, you've seen it if you've been with me time and time again. I will always go back to it. I've tried other foundations, some higher ends, they're good, some not so good. And then there's this one. And this will forever, it will always be my baby. And when people ask me what foundation I'm wearing, I do not gatekeep. I will tell them I want everyone to be looking good. So I'm telling you guys, this Revlon Colorstay, it's, I don't know how they do it, but it's amazing. Of course, I get mine in the combination oily skin formula, so you're just gonna shake it up. I did go ahead and wet my sponge already. So I'm gonna do one pump first. Basically, this foundation I'm gonna put where I didn't put the concealer first. So like in my cheek and my chin, and then I'm gonna bring it up to my forehead. And then once I have like that covered, I'm going to go ahead and with the rest, just blend everything. I just love it. Not only does it have the coverage I like, blends beautifully, and I'm telling you, you're gonna love it for the pool. Also, one thing I want to mention with the beauty sponge, I'm pressing it in. I just feel like this motion, as opposed to like a brush or like moving it around like this, it like puts it more into your skin, if that makes sense. And I really do feel that that makes a difference in your makeup lasting on your skin. This next step is not completely necessary because I'm telling you that concealer and that foundation alone is gonna stay on your skin, like trust me, believe me. But if you just want that extra protection, I feel like this could work for you. It's worked for me. I'm going to set my face. Yes, I know some people like to set their face at the end of all of their makeup. I like to do it right after the liquid, right before the powder. It works, guys. It works, and I'm gonna use this one. It's like, again, one of my favorites. Sorry if it's a little dirty, but this is the Urban Decay All Nighter Long Lasting Makeup Setting Spray. I'm gonna give that a good little mix, a little shake. And you're gonna make fun of me because I've been telling myself I need a new fan for the longest time. Why haven't I gotten one? Either I forget or I'm too lazy to go get one. I'm gonna get my fan right here ready and then just spray your face. And I'm sure any setting spray would work. This just happens to be one of my favorites. And now we move on to setting all of that. So if you decide to skip the setting spray step, that's completely fine. This next step though, you cannot skip. It's setting your liquid foundation, all that liquid makeup you have, with powder. Especially if you have oily skin. Set it with powder, but not just any powder. I'm telling you, you have to use the right powder. I'm gonna show you which one that is. I like to go in with two powders. Again, if you've been with me long enough, it's the same powders I always use. At one time I made the mistake and I used another powder. I went into the pool and my makeup started looking patchy again. It started looking cakey because it was just, I think it's just too thick. These powders they're very fine, and I think that's what makes the difference. When you go into the pool, it's not gonna look cakey, it's not gonna look thick, it's not gonna look like you want to scrape off the makeup, right? I like to go in first with the Wet n Wild Photofocus powder. I get the shade Translucent. For this, I do use a disposable sponge. I'm going to get some of that on my sponge, and I'm going to press. Again, this method, like you wanna press onto the skin. And I'm not gonna blend it. I'm gonna look a little really super white for a while. And I always make fun of myself because on the camera it looks a lot more than in person, but whatever. I'm pressing this powder onto where I had that concealer and my eyelids, because I hear a lot of people always complain about their eyelids being oily and that whatever, blah, blah, blah. Set it with a fine powder and things are gonna be fine. So I start off on this side and then I do this side. Then we go on to the other places that are especially oily on my face. And again, even if you're not oily, you have that liquid makeup on your face, you want to set it with the powder so it stays in place. I'm going to go onto my forehead. Again, press, press, press. Whatever's extra left over on my nose. And then grab a little bit for the chin. That right there, you've already locked in your makeup. It's going to stay on your face Trust me. I didn't blend it. This is the reason why I look the way I look, a little ghostly right now, but that's all gonna change. Next, I do like to take the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless powder with a face brush, a little bit. And when I mean a little bit, it's dab, that's it. Outer parts first because I already did like the center of my face. Think about it like what I did with my concealer and foundation. Concealer, I focused it on the center, and then foundation, I focused on the outer, and then I blended it. I do the same with my powders. I take that translucent one for the center of my face, then the Fit Me for the outside, and then I blend it all together. When I explain this to people, it's kind of confusing, I guess, but you watching me, you'll understand. So I'll start here, and then go up, and then once I have it like laid down, I swirl. Did you notice that? I tapped it in, and then swirl to blend it. I just feel like this tapping in motion, again, pressing that makeup onto your skin makes it last longer. After that, I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and basically the other products I'm going to use, I don't think they really matter. I'm going to use powder for the rest of my makeup, for my bronzer, my blush, my eyeshadow, all of that. I think what matters most is this first part of the tutorial is getting that base really down to the products, the foundation, concealer, and powder that won't budge, because anything that you put on top of it won't move if you have the right stuff underneath it, if that makes any sense. I'm going to go in with just the bronzer and blush that I have in front of me right now. I've been using it like on the day-to-day. I take like 2 dabs of the lighter side and 1 of the darker side, and I do this. I use this to contour and bronze. And again, I don't think the products that you put on top really matter, because I've tried the Benefit Hoola bronzer, I've done the Physicians Formula bronzer, and all of those stay very well put on top of all that base that we already handled. I can't believe I forgot something. I forgot. I like to go in with highlight on my Cupid's bow, because that's just what I do. Do you need this step? No, absolutely not. But I like highlight there. But what I do recommend is moisturize your lips. I highlight and then moisturize, because if I moisturize and then highlight, it like gets all over the place. I don't know. And I let that do its thing while I do the rest of my makeup. Again, another little quick tip I feel really does help is with the powders, even with blush, I press it in first to get the pigment on, and that's gonna like make it stay. Once I feel the pigment is on, I go in swirling motions to blend it. But I always do tapping first and then swirling. I take a clean brush, this is absolutely no product on it, and I go over my forehead, kind of just to like blend things, go down my nose, my cheeks. It's just a quick little, again, absolutely necessary, I don't think so, but for me, I like to make sure things look nice and blended. You need highlight, especially if you have a pool day, if you have a peach, if you have a beach day, you want to look glowing. You want to, you know, when that sun hits you, you want to be that, ooh. You want to glow. Ooh. Back with the eyeshadow done, I just did something very simple, very quick, neutral. And again, with the eyeshadows, same thing I said with the bronzer and blush. I don't think it matters, because I've tried lots of eyeshadows while sweating, while at the pool, and they stay, they remain put. I don't think eyeshadow, you don't have to be very picky with it, and that's if you want to wear eyeshadow. If you do want to know what I used, I used this one from Morphe. I used the browns in this palette, and then this one from Tarte, I used the gold and the white. Besides the base, what other makeup do you want to last? For me, it would be eyeliner and mascara. Obviously, waterproof mascara, I'm going to show you which ones I'm currently using. But eyeliner, if you're like me, if you love and if you must absolutely cannot go without your winged eyeliner, this is going to be your best friend. This is the e.l.f. eyeliner pen, and again, you've seen it over and over again on my channel because I do use it every day. Do I have other ones? Yes. Have I used other ones? Yes. Is it advertised? Does it claim to be waterproof? I don't think I've ever seen it claim to be waterproof, but I am living proof that I've worn this in the pool. It stays on. I wear this every day, and I go to the gym and I sweat a lot, and it stays on. Although I'm going to tell you something, apply this and wait. I would suggest an hour or two before sweating, before getting into the pool, before getting it wet, because again, I don't know if it's advertised as waterproof, but whatever. if you put it on and sweat right away or jump into the pool, into the water right away, it is going to diminish. It's not gonna look as black. It does like kind of fade away. That's the word, fade. It does look like it fades away, but if you wait at least an hour or at least 2 hours and then you get it wet, it's gonna be black, it's gonna stay put, it's not gonna run. I curled my lashes. While I do that, or I should say after I do that, because I like for my face to be chiseled. You don't have to do this, but this is when I go in and I bake. I'm gonna take the Wet n Wild Photofocus again. This one is in the shade Banana. Usually I would use the translucent one also, but one time there was no translucent, and so I got Banana thinking I would like it too. It's alright, but I've been using it for this more. Maybe it's because I just have a round face. Just a little. And again, it's so fine, it's so thin that you just let it bake a little bit and you wipe it off, and I love it. Next is mascara. Any waterproof mascara, girl, you do you. I know everyone has their preference. My recommendations, I really love Maybelline mascaras. Right now, I have one Maybelline. I have the Firework mascara, and I've been using this in conjunction or together with the L'Oreal Telescopic mascara. Both of them waterproof. I will always use waterproof mascara because my lashes don't hold a curl if it's not. You do you, and you get yourself your favorite mascara. Make sure that it's waterproof. The last thing you want is your mascara running. It's one thing to have your foundation stay put, but your mascara and eyeliner, if it looks like you're crying black, if you have black tears, if you look like a raccoon, I don't know what's worse. Find yourself a good waterproof mascara. Here are my lashes. The first coat I did use the L'Oreal Telescopic. Right on top of that, for the second coat, I used the Maybelline Firework. And once that's done, we wipe off the bake. All you have left to do is the lips. I'm going to take a little piece of Kleenex, or I have my roll. And lips, I could recommend you guys some long-lasting ones. Maybelline, the Super Stay inks are really good. They are long-lasting. Any lip stains, basically now in the market, I mean, all brands have all types of long-lasting, no budge, smudge proof, all that type of stuff, lip products. So I don't think you'll struggle with that. I'm gonna start with the NYX lip liner. And today, do we want a stain? Let's do this one. We're gonna do this one from e.l.f. It's their glossy lip stains, I think it is. This one's in the shade Power Mauve. Here we have it. Our full makeup is done. I want you to take a good look at what the makeup is looking like right now. The foundation, the base, the eyes, everything. I'm gonna go test it out in the pool right now, and you guys are gonna see. Let's go. I wanted you guys to see what the makeup is looking like in natural light or like in the outdoors. I'm gonna zoom you guys in really close. So this is kind of like what the makeup is looking like, and this is facing away from the sun. I'm gonna step out there real quick, and it is hot, guys, and I'm telling you, you're gonna start seeing me sweat real soon, but you're not gonna see the makeup move. It's extremely hot out here. Anyways, this is what it looks like with the direct sunlight hitting me. It literally just got a little bit cloudy. There's a really big cloud covering the sun. It's actually really pretty. Oh wow, let me show you guys. The sun was shining really bright, and then now there's this big cloud. Look at that. We can see the sun rays. It's pretty, very pretty. Well, enough of that. We're gonna jump into the pool and put this makeup to the test. Woo! What do you think? I'm telling you guys, these products and these techniques have worked for me for years, and I know right now it was just a quick little, you know, dunk and out, but I've had this makeup on and I've done the same routine with the same products hundreds of times, being in the pool for hours, going to the beach. Like, I'm telling you, this stuff works, and this is my recommendation for you. If you guys are interested in the products that I mentioned, they're always listed down in the description box, so please check that out. And other than that, you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!